Hey, what's up, everybody? BDO 44 coming at you with another video. All right. Listen to all the content I made today talking about the Lakers. I think the other video, as I told you guys, is uploading right now because I needed Wi-Fi in order to do it. So I was out and about. So I made a video, and then with the other phone that uploads quickly, that has 5G on it, I uploaded a later video, so it's backwards, and that's just what it is. But I was listening to my content, and I think, just looking at everything that I said, the one thing that comes back around for me with the Lakers specifically is just I don't know. And this is coming from somebody who desperately does not want us to trade our picks for anything in regards to this season. I don't know that they can get what they need if they don't. That's what I'm here to tell you guys. I don't know that they can get what they need if they don't. And that has probably always been the case. And as many conversations as I've had about not trading picks, I still don't want to do it. But what we're gonna have to face is that we're punting the season if we don't. Some people are cool with that. Some people are not. There's a lot of things to consider when you talk about punting a season with this front court, with this core. Because you got LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and if you keep running them out there with players that of this caliber, you're going to see more of what you saw with Anthony Davis against the Philadelphia 76ers. You're going to hurt these dudes. They can't be asked to carry teams in their 30s and 40s with a bunch of guys that can't play. Austin's cool, but he's not cool enough to make that make any damn sense. Max is a couple years early. Rui is just not panning out to be that great of a player, if I'm being honest. I think we're not utilizing him right, but even if we were, he's a role guy. I'm just being honest. A high-level scoring role guy. He's not going to be much better than that. And then you got a bunch of defensive pieces that, fit in with a winning situation. Dorian Finney-Smith, a healthy Gabe Vincent. You can see yourself, if they have athletes and proper stars around them, being really good, nice role guys. Are they the best role guys you're going to find? That's not the case, and that's the problem. They're good role guys. Are they better than Clippers role guys? No. Are they better than Boston's role guys? No. Are they better than OKC's role guys? No. Like that's also part of the problem. As much as I like our role guys, they're not as talented as some other role guys. Vanderbilt is going to be great. I love the addition that he brings to the table, but I don't know if I ever have him a part of a rebuilding situation or a team that can't win. He needs to be on a team where everybody's in place and he could just do what he does, roaming around defensively, getting steals, fast breaks, dunking the ball, grabbing offensive rebounds, second chance opportunities, kick it out to a superstar who's going to hit a damn shot in rhythm. He needs to be in that type of situation. He could fit on a lot of teams. Dallas, Boston, you could put him in Cleveland, you could put him in all the contenders, every contender, Orlando. He would be terrific in any of these situations, but if you have him on the floor with a bunch of dudes who can't rebound, or rather can't score, now you're relying upon him to be able to create space for them, maybe hold his end of the bargain on the offensive end. It gets ugly. It's just a waste of what he is. Vando matters when everybody can score it, and maybe you need a live front wire defensive dynamo. You put him on the Rockets next to Amen Thompson and them dudes. Now he's going crazy in his role. You see what I'm saying? Our stuff makes sense so long as we're healthy with our stars, and Austin's playing at an extremely high level. But it doesn't make as much sense until you make sure that the stuff that's on the team that isn't on the team, that should not be on the team, isn't on the team, is what I'm saying. And that's where I think we're failing miserably. I know that the center position is the most important thing for us right now. Since AD went down, if we want to save our season, we better get a center. But I'm telling you, you're going to need that ball mover. You're going to need that playmaker. You can't keep asking LeBron James to do it. You can't keep asking Austin Reeves to do it. Those are score first, playmaking second guys. They're not the answer for a team that has reliant pieces that require the ball come their way off a pass. You have too many people that need the ball from somebody else to be asking guys who score first to be your playmakers. It doesn't make you a champion. Even if you get the center that makes you feel great, you're still going to be a little bit at a disadvantage when you start going up against the teams that have multiple playmakers like OKC and Boston. And they got 3 and 4 different guys that look to pass the ball with absolute efficiency and rhythm. You know, for all the problems that I have with the Chicago Bulls, the one thing that their vision is really, really good at is making damn sure that Zach LaVine has 2 extraordinary playmakers on the floor with him at all times. Zach LaVine has Lonzo Ball and Josh Giddey, 2 of the best rhythm passers, pure pass first point guards in the game. In my opinion, they're one and the same. I never even thought about putting them together. But when you have a guy like Zach LaVine who doesn't really pass the rock but surely can catch it from everywhere and do everything with it, you got them dudes on both sides of the ball getting him the rock. That's why he's having a career year. If people really want to know what's going on with Zach LaVine, it's because he has them 2. You put him in a situation where there's no point guard getting him the ball, he's not going to have that type of year if he's shooting everything off the dribble, ladies and gentlemen. You want to know why Zach LaVine is playing so well? Because he got Lonzo Ball and Josh Giddey getting him the rock. You know what happens if you move Rui to Chicago? He immediately takes on some of that scoring load because he has Lonzo Ball and Josh Giddey getting him the rock. LeBron James is not he's a guy who can make great passes physically, can make a pinpoint pass as great as anybody. But he's a guy who thinks, I'm going to get mine now. I'm going to go get mine now, and I'm going to get mine later too. Driving at the rim, easy buckets. Maybe I'm going to take some threes if I don't, you know what I mean? If I don't necessarily have the energy, I'm just going to jack up some threes. I know I'm not a good shooter, but I'm going to take threes. I believe in my shot. He's that guy. He's not looking for no Rui Hachimura. He ain't looking to see Gabe Vincent get rhythm shots. He's not thinking like that. There's 2 different styles of passing. It's a guy who's great at it, and then there's a guy who thinks like the game, like the basketball court is a pool table. You see what I'm saying? And there's a difference. Guys who are gifted at pinpoint throwing, and then guys who literally see the game like, I'm using everybody on the floor at all times. And I know exactly how to get each and every one of my guys the ball, and I'm going to get my scoring off of that. Jason Kidd, Chris Paul, Magic Johnson, Nikola Jokic. Those are that's who you need. You need somebody like that on your basketball team so that the Max Christies can get easier, better looks. Dalton Connect and his fantastic ability to move off the ball. Somebody who's going to get 8 assists off of him alone. You imagine what happens if Dalton Connect is on that Bulls team with Josh Giddey and Lonzo Ball? Do you know what type of looks he's going to get every single night? Just off of cuts alone? You need that, LA. You're not respecting that part of the basketball. You're not respecting it. You keep bringing yourself these guards that can't do this. It's what eats away at the credibility for me of our team and how we're doing things. Because you bring me a Shake Milton and you tell me you respect his playmaking. You bring me a Gabe Vincent, you give him $15 million, he can't make a pass. It's like these are the things that make me say, yo, and you keep letting these type of players go, as we've talked about many times. It's more of them than I realized. When I start to really look at all the players that we let go, most of them are playmakers. Most of them. Schroeder could make a pass like he could get guys involved consistently. Pippen could get guys involved consistently. Caruso could get people involved consistently. Julius did that for us a lot of the time. I mean, it goes on and on and on, man. We have let so many people go that are good at that. Malik Monk is above average in that area, believe it or not, as a scorer. You can see he gets assists every night for the Sac Kings. Like, we have let so many people go that do that. Then we've actually let go of pretty much any other position. It's like Rob Pelinka. That is exactly where your weakness for this basketball thing truly is. It's the crux of the problem with you, bro. You don't respect the assist makers, playmakers, guys who are looking to make rhythm passes to guys who need to receive them. You keep bringing me the receivers, but you can't get me a damn quarterback. What's the point of giving me the best wide receivers in the world and you got me down there quarterbacking the football team? I'm not throwing the ball, fam. I'm not good at that. This is the problem there. This is the problem. He keeps bringing himself guards that do everything but that. Oh, he can defend, he can shoot, he can shoot. I don't give a shoot about none of that. I need him to be able to pass the rock. Because you keep bringing me forwards that need it from him, who don't have playmaking in them. It's one of the reasons why I was so excited about OKC when they drafted J-Dub. Because when I did homework on J-Dub, I'm like, oh my God, this is like Magic Johnson. This dude can get the rock to people a million times over. They had Josh Giddey, they had Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they had J-Dub, and all of a sudden they're rocking and rolling. They got a guy like Kassan Wallace, who's a point guard who does defensive things, but he's a point guard more than anything, so he can make the pass. It's like, yo, they got playmakers at every position, yo. So a guy like, what's his name? What was my guy's name? Chet Holmgren's going to get the ball in all his spots. It's hard for him to fail because everybody's looking to get passes for him. And they move on from Giddey, but guess what they bring themselves? Alex Caruso. So they never skip a beat. That playmaking is still involved in this situation. You know one of the reasons why I love Isaiah Hartenstein well before anybody else was really talking about him back when he was with the Cleveland Cavaliers? Because in a few extents of time when he got a chance to be on the floor, he showed me he was a playmaker. He'd get assists for me as well as rebounds and score. So I'm like, oh my God, this is a playmaker from the center position? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they put him on the team too. They're never going to have any issues with ball handling. They're never going to have any issues with people who can't make plays for one another because everybody, and I mean everybody on that team, is sufficient in ball movement. They all know how to get assists. Everybody, they don't bring a guy to them unless he can do that at an above decent level in OKC. And it's why I think they're going to win a lot because they think that way. Yeah, they have the lengthy dudes. They get the size. They make sure they have defensive guards, point of attack. They have that. Why? Because they value their picks and they don't give any away. They just keep taking them from everybody else and then they draft what they need. That is how you build to begin with. But nevertheless, they always make sure, hey, can dude pass? Does dude have any floor vision? If the answer is no, he's not on their team. That's the truth. He's not even there. You know who they drafted in the draft earlier this year? They drafted another point guard that's hyper efficient at making plays for other people. You're not going to see him this year because he's redshirting it, but he was literally the best passer in this draft just now. That's who they drafted. And they just going to wait on him because they can do that, because they OKC. And they're on forever timeline. Win now and win later with all the picks they have and with all the talent they have. They don't disrespect the beauty of ball movement. And as somebody who grew up a Laker fan, but was forced to watch plenty of San Antonio because of it, I know, absolutely respect rhythm passing as much as anything else in this game, bro. Rhythm passing. You can bring yourself defensive players, length. You can bring yourself shooters. You can bring all that. But if you don't have guys that are making the ball go left to right, up and down, all over the court at a very efficient and fast pace, you're not going to win at this level on a high level. You're not going to win on this level at a high level. The best teams don't disrespect that, man. You're not going to have a bunch of people who can't do that on your basketball team because you won't have cohesiveness. You got stagnation in your offense. And everything, when I say everything that Rob Pelinka has dreamt up has made us stagnant. And everything that he sent away is stuff that would have kept us from being that. I can't stress it enough. He keeps giving away people who can do this, man. If we had that type of talent on the floor, we wouldn't be having no struggles with no damn Rui Hachimura. We wouldn't be having no struggles with Dalton Connect. Those guys would be averaging at least 15 to 20 points a game for us every single night. If you had a respectable class of people who could all get the rock to these people. And then just the same, you're going to shun people who can't if you're really serious. Yo, Rui don't have no floor vision. Get him out of here. What's his name? Shake Milton can't really make passes like that, but he's a little short guard who's going to have to play the point guard. Get him out of here. He ain't coming around here. Gabe Vincent don't really do that. He's a short person that doesn't think like a point guard who makes plays and passes like to get him out of. He ain't gonna be the guy I give him my mid-level to. Kendrick Nunn's another one of them dudes. Can shoot the ball. He's kind of short, but he can't really make plays for nobody else. Hell no, I'm not giving him mid-level exception. I need somebody who knows how to do these things. I'm not going to ask LeBron James and Austin Reeves to be the only players who can do that. You know, we talk about Max Christie. That's a deficiency of his. It ain't good enough for us to have this problem in this form of us not having players that can do this. We got to bring players that have this as a weakness. Rui, Max, ain't made a pass they've ever liked in their lives. Neither one of these dudes are any good at forward vision or passing at all. Neither one of them. They're very bad at it, specifically very bad at it. So it eats away at the fact that you don't have these players. This is what Rob is dreaming up, and this is why I'm like, yo, I'm tired of this, man. I've seen so many playmakers, great assist guys, walk out of this door and not have any value captured for them for millions of reasons, multitudes of reasons, and you keep bringing me guys that can't do this, giving player options to players that can't do this. Cam Reddish got a player option. Max Christie got a player option. Who else got a player option? D'Angelo Russell was great at it. His player option was not given to him by us, so I can't blame us for that. But did you notice that he had one, and you know what he could do? He could play make. People valued that. Like, it's so important, bro. It's so important for basketball at a high level. And if you want to win on a low level, if you value this, you're probably going to play her at a higher level. And you're probably going to win a lot if you teach these kids how to make rhythm passes that catch people in their pocket, that move the ball around faster than the defense can switch, faster than the defense can chase. Ball movement, beautiful ball movement, is ultimately the crux of great offensive basketball, in my opinion. It ain't just shooting. It's crisp passing. So that's what I want to say to people, man. I've watched too much great basketball in my life to sit here and continue to see people throw away great passers, bro. Just let them just walk. Hey, if he can get 7 assists, we don't want him type bull crap. I'm over it, man. I'm over it, deeply over it. Because what I'm watching is an offense that can't score, bro. And it's because we have these issues I just described. And in our defense, we have one-way defensive players. So it's like you're going to give up any remnants of being able to score so that you can defend. With how we put this thing together, it's like, no, man, no, I don't want to go forward like this. I don't want to give up picks so that the person who's doing this can throw away my picks for whatever his vision is, and that's where I'm at with it now. That's where I am. Because you're going to bring me Walker Kessler, he can't make no damn passes. And I'm going to give away my 2 first-round picks. And you know what Utah's going to draft? Players who can make passes, I guarantee it. Isaiah Collier, do you see how good he's playing right now? Has anybody paid attention to what's going on in Utah? You look at Keontae George, you know what he can do. Colin Sexton, do you realize Danny Ainge is not doing this? He ain't doing this. He makes sure all these people can pass. You know who's not playing? Jordan Clarkson. You know what Clarkson don't necessarily do? Make passes. That's why he's on the back of the bench of the players that they're using their point guard rotation. They got 1 million point guards. Clarkson's the worst one of them all. It's because he don't make plays for nobody else, bro. I'm telling you, at this level, in the NBA, every guard going forward should have some ability in playmaking. When it comes to ball handling, that's one thing. But specifically, rhythm passing, friend. Rhythmic passing. If you can't rhythm pass, I don't really think you should be in this league. I'm just being honest with you. I don't even think you should be in this league. That's how serious this is, in my opinion. If you can't rhythm pass, you probably ain't even good enough to be in the NBA no more. So that's where I'm at with it, man. This is the problem with the Lakers roster. It's why you keep having 105 scoring games. 100. Like, this is why you're getting smoked by every damn body that can score over 119 points. It's because you can't. You got stand-around offense. You get LeBron James teardropping the ball into the paint. I mean, that type of scrap, man, that's not real point guarding, bro. You think Chris Paul's doing that? You think Jokic is doing that? That's not what it really is, bro. And I'm sick of people acting like it is. I like LeBron James as a scorer. He is the greatest scorer the game has ever seen. Whether people like it or not, he scored more points than everybody else. His passing is just something that he plays off of his scoring to do. And that he keeps making these awesome passes, or that he doesn't like taking last shots, so he passes the rock as the closing seconds hit a lot of times. People think he's a passer. No, he just don't want to take the last shot. He making the right play. But throughout the course of the meat and potatoes of the game, is he doing that? Hell no, he's taking long threes. He's driving at the rim, man. You can't run that on me. I've been watching this game. I'm as old as LeBron James. So I've been watching this game. I watched what he was watching when he was a kid. You see what I'm saying? I remember good basketball. I remember Michael Jordan's teams and how well they passed the rock around. Even though people said Michael Jordan was selfish. Nah, he just didn't have too much offensive talent around him. But the people around him were getting him the ball in rhythmic ways. They didn't have no stagnant offense. It wasn't just him trying to shoot off the dribble all the damn time. Players who did that lost a good portion of the time. And so that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I grew up on San Antonio, bro. I grew up on Jason Kidd. You understand what I'm saying to you? I grew up on Steve Nash. I know exactly what real basketball is supposed to look like. If you don't have these playmakers out there, I don't give a damn what you think you're doing. You got me ball going on out there. Me ball. And that equals stagnation. People standing around. People getting frustrated because they're not getting their looks. Guys going 1 for 6 because they're trying to do everything off the damn dribble. Role players taking long random shots. Like, trust me, man. You need ball movement. And if you don't respect that players can do that, you're in trouble. You know why Draymond Green is still around? It ain't just because he's a defender. It's because he's excellent at this. He is a playmaker. People wonder, how the hell is Draymond still hanging around? Why is he so intricate to Golden State Warriors? Because he can play make. He makes sure Steph get the ball in his spots. It's what he do. So that's where I'm at, man. Find me some damn playmakers, please, Rob Pelinka. I understand you want to get a center, and we need one. But if you don't get me back Alonzo Ball or Josh Giddey or somebody who can do that, believe me, man, I don't give a damn what you think you're about to do. Your team is going to suck. You need probably more than one of these dudes, and you need to get the guys that can't do this off the team if they're at a lower level. And Shake Milton, we need that roster spot, man. He got to go. I don't know if you can move him now, waive him now. I don't care. I know he's on a $2 million contract for 3 years. Waive that, stretch that. Get him out of here and bring me a point guard that can actually move like this. This is important, bro, because I can't be relying upon him. He ain't good. Jackson Hayes, honestly, we got to upgrade there. We can't keep doing this with Jackson Hayes. He got to go. Cam Reddish. If Coach J.J. Redick does not like Cam Reddish, even though I think I like him more than Coach does, but if Coach is going to X him out and have us playing people that can't really play because he don't want to use this guy, he got to go. Get him out of here. Like, these are things that need to be done. And then you bring me Markelle Fultz, you know what I'm saying, who can definitely do these things. You bring me Lonnie Walker, who ain't quite at, he don't do this, but he can put some pressure on the rim, hit the three. He's already shown us he can play in the playoffs. Game 4, Lonnie Walker, he should not be outside of the league, man. Not while shaking these people running around. Lonnie's better than these people. We know it. You know it. I know it. The NBA is evaluating this wrong. We need to go back and get him. He's already proven. You see what I'm saying? These types of stuff we need to be doing, man. Get Quincy Olivari on a proper two-way, man. Stop playing around. He's another guy who can make some plays for somebody. Hit some long threes, play some hard defense. He remind me of a young Colin Sexton. Poor man's Colin Sexton is what he looked like early on. And you touring around with him like he ain't going to be an NBA player. This is the same thing you did with Scottie Pippen. It ain't work. Is it working? Salute the Kobe minute. Is it working? Hell no, it ain't working. Scotty's going off for triple doubles. You need exactly what Scotty's doing. Why you let him walk away so you can keep garbage around? Listen, we need addition by subtraction. Just as much as we need a center, we need to get some of this scrubbery off of our team, bro. I don't care if you waive these dudes, stretch them, send them away in picks, put second-round picks attached to these dudes to get them off the team. We just got to get the lower-level talent off of our squad so we're not relying upon them for any reason. Those roster spots, those free roster spots are more important to us just because we can literally replace these scrubs with better talent that is floating on the waiver wire right now. And we know it. That's what a real GM, a good GM is going to understand. Hey, yo, I don't need these dudes. I need the spots they're in. Get them the hell out of here. And let's sign some people that can do the things that make our team just significantly better. Just raise the overall floor so we're not relying upon rotations with Jackson Hayes and players that can't really help us, man. You see what I'm saying? BDL 44. I thank you all for watching. Out.